We are live inside the Beach 18, otherwise known as the Twin Beach, and Barry, we're having a great time up here. What an incredible view.
Isn't it great? Yeah, especially this time of year with a fresh snowfall, and it's just fantastic. Every time of year is great. Each season has its own unique qualities to it, and we love being up here all the time.
Everybody's on their phone sharing photos and video of this incredible view of Mount Timpanogos, of Deer Valley. We've been over the reservoir as well, and this is the kind of experience that your whole family or your work group could have, or even if you just want to come individually.
Yeah, we take up to 6 people at a time, and if you want to come in this airplane by yourself, we can do that too. The price is the same, so you can have the whole plane to yourself for $495, or you can divide that by 6 people. It's about $80 a person. We have a video system in the airplane that gets to use. You get state-of-the-art noise-canceling headsets, and we can do a 20, 30, or 45-minute ride depending on what you want to see and how far you want to go.
We're flying over the reservoir right now, and it is just gorgeous. Couldn't be nicer, and this is the scenic part of Utah Warbird Adventures, but it doesn't end there. I mean, if you want the real high-speed adventure, you've got that too.
Yeah, we're going to take Caitlin up in the Super Decathlon a little bit later. For $150, you can go flip your world upside down, do a bunch of aerobatics for an introductory aerobatic flight. We've got the T6 Texan, which is a World War II trainer, which is an iconic airplane. And then we also have the Pitts, which is an unlimited biplane. We can do any type of aerobatics that you can think of. We can go and do that in the airplane as well. It's a ton of fun. And then you've got this airplane, which is just kind of like the country cruiser. It's like being in the sky in an RV, the big windows, and it's super comfortable. It's heated. Any time of the year, it's a very comfortable airplane to just go cruise around in. No matter what your flavor is, well, we've got it in spades.
We're having a lot of fun up here right now with just the tremendous views, of course, but I got to tell you, I wouldn't mind going and doing a little flipping and loops and what have you. And that's an experience that, I think people don't realize is like completely tangible. You go up with somebody who knows what they're doing and can do that, and you do this. I mean, when you talked about making up some of the, doing anything you can kind of imagine in a plane, you make up some of those for the air show circuit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I fly air shows, and we do aerobatic instruction as well, and all of our pilots are very experienced pilots. Chris is flying the airplane right now. His day job is with UPS, so he's got thousands and thousands of hours. Kevin, our other pilot, we've all got thousands of hours. Kevin's got a ton of time in the T6 especially. So we don't come into this as kind of rookie pilots. We've been doing this a long time. We've got a perfect safety record, and we know how to tailor the ride to have fun for what you're trying to accomplish. Whether it's you want to maybe try a roll, or you want to do 6 rolls and 5 loops, we can do whatever you want to do. The idea is to have fun. We don't want, we're
not trying to make people sick here.
Absolutely not, and we've got a really good record of not doing that as well. So the idea is to get you back on the ground still smiling.
And that, that's what it's really all about, is the adventure. That's why you call it an adventure, the adventure side of this, for sure. But the fun, the joy of flight, and knowing what this experience is like, of, opening your, horizons to that other dimension that we don't get to experience on the ground. It's pretty, it's amazing for people who've never had that.
No, it is, and it's amazingly tangible. It's affordable, and it's just 20 minutes from Park City, 40 minutes from Salt Lake City, about 30 minutes from Utah County. So no matter where you are, it's pretty close. Come out any day of the week. We only fly when the weather is good. So if you schedule the flight, we reschedule it with no additional charge according to your schedule. If you're in town from out of town and we can't fly the flight, we refund your money in full, and because we want you back. And the next time you come out, the weather will be better and we'll go flying.
So right now, Caitlin is up front for her very first time flying the airplane, and Barry, she seems to be doing a great job. Anybody can do this.
Anybody can do this. We've got experienced professional pilots that are also instructors. We're used to having beginners in the airplane with us. When you're up flying, it's a lot easier than you think it is, and it's a lot of fun. You have ample opportunity to fly the airplane and experience what it's like at the controls.
That's right. When you're with an instructor, you have the option of getting a little stick time and find out what it's really like, what it feels like. I think for a lot of people, they don't realize that, flying a plane, yeah, there's a lot to do. There's no doubt. But it's something that anybody could learn. I mean, there's really no restriction on the person that's doing it.
No, absolutely. We have kids as young as 16 and adults as old as 70 learning to fly. We have a flight school also, in addition to the Warbird adventure part of it. And so, yeah, anybody can learn how to fly an airplane, just like anybody can learn how to drive a car. Obviously, a little bit more complicated. It takes a little bit longer, but absolutely, anybody who's in decent physical condition can learn how to fly an airplane. If you can walk up a flight of stairs without passing out, you can fly an airplane.
That's right. Well, Caitlin could do a little better than that. She's quite a skier and clearly quite a pilot.
Yeah, she's absolutely a natural. She got it right away, and she's doing great. Chris is up there, kind of showing her some ropes as well, and she's having a ball. So anybody, like you say, anybody can do it.
Well, one of the tricks, of course, is just having some confidence and knowing you can do that. It helps when you've got an instructor on board. It helps when you got Barry Hancock to fly with you. We're having a great time at Utah Warbird Adventures. Caitlin just returning from her flight in the Super Decathlon here at Utah Warbird Adventures. That was an adventure, huh?
Oh my gosh. I'm still catching my breath. That was wild.
Let's reflect back on your experience a little bit. So let's take you back to your time in the Twin Beach.
Okay.
So you get up there in the cockpit and you're putting on the radio and he hands you the checklist. What were you thinking?
I was thinking I don't recognize a single word on this list.
Right.
But
you read it to him and he did, right?
He knew the words, I think.
But the view from these aircraft, especially here in Heber, is kind of unlike any other. Can you describe what you saw today?
Oh, unbelievable, yeah. Especially looking down at Park City and having lived there and being able to see those sights. I recognized my apartment, and you can look down at Deer Valley Resort and you'd see the little skiers going by and recognizing your favorite runs and thinking, wow, this is a completely unique perspective to anything. Just, you can't help but be just mesmerized by the beauty of it as well. My only experience with aviation would be commercial flights, and I was always that kid that had to have the window seat.
Right.
And so to be actually in the front and to be able to see what that's like in the cockpit, for one, was completely unique and different to anything I've experienced. So that was very cool.
She's still very excited, and I think that's really because of the Super Decathlon flight. So let's talk about that. So you're in this smaller plane. You get in the front, he gets in the back. You're thinking, wait a minute, aren't I supposed to be back there?
Oh, immediately. I was like, wait, I'm sorry. This is your seat. Let's switch. I sat there. I hooked in.
Yeah.
I was ready.
Okay, so then we roll out to the runway. You do a little warm up of the engine, get ready to go, kind of get things tuned up for the takeoff.
Yeah.
And then rolling down the runway. What are you thinking?
I don't think I even noticed when we took off. It was just so smooth. We were in the air immediately. I didn't feel it. We were just flying.
And a lot of speed.
Yeah, quickly, and just gaining elevation so fast as well. Just looking at the gauge, just going. Unbelievable.
All right, so then we get you up to altitude where you can do some stuff. Yeah, have some fun, because they like to do that up high where you're safe, get some, room for error, as they say. And in that position, he says, "Okay, what do you want to do?" How did he approach this with aerobatics?
He asked if I was ready. And I said, I don't know. I mean, as ready as I will be.
Right? Are you ever ready?
Yeah. How do you know? How do you know if you're ready if it's something that you're doing for the first time?
Well, the climb out was impressive. This plane really climbs. You guys are really getting up there fast.
Yeah, we were very high, very quickly.
Yeah, how about that? And then down very quickly too.
Yeah, I know. He's like, all right, we're turning, and then we were turned. It's much faster than the bigger plane.
Thoughts and recommendations to somebody else who has never tried this? What do you think?
I would definitely recommend, getting up there, trusting these pilots. They know what they're doing. It's scary. It's an adrenaline rush, but it's so amazing, incredible experience, and unlike anything I've ever done. So, for sure. And you don't have to know how to do anything. They teach you, they tell you, and they're very calm.
That's important in a pilot. And you had the time of your life, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely. I really did.
Check that off the bucket list.
Yeah, I don't have anything else on the list. That's it. I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, she peaked early. We'll have to find something else for Caitlin to do. I'm pretty sure that we could do that here on Park City Television. We appreciate you watching as well. We will be back with more here on the Mountain Weekend Show, coming to you from the Utah Warbird Adventures right after this.